Hey, everybody.
Thanks for tuning in to the Hanging On to Hope podcast.
I'm Brenda J.
And I'm Karen Wonder.
And we are HangingOnToHope.org.
This podcast is intended as educational and is not psychological or medical advice. Always consult a professional when needed, and we disclaim any liability in connection with the instruction, information, or advice given. Hey, welcome back to the Hanging On to Hope podcast. I'm Karen B., and I'm so excited about today's episode. We have someone very special joining us, a longtime friend of mine and one of our very first partners as a nonprofit. Tahirah Ogletree, founder of the O.Tahirah Foundation, is back with us today. Tahirah, it is so good to talk with you again.
It's so good to be here, and I'm so grateful for hanging on to hope and what you have done in this space, this podcast space. I'm so grateful to be here, and I am looking forward to today's podcast.
Yes, thank you for coming back.
And she knows you're married, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Congratulations. Giving us all hope.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, that's what we want to share with people, hope.
Well, hey, Tahirah, it's Brenda J. Welcome back. So this is actually our third podcast with you. You first joined us on episode 3, where you shared your powerful story of abuse and survival. Then we had you back for the annual Christmas toy drive episode. And today we're here to talk about this year's toy drive, your expanding programs, and the incredible work the O.Tahirah Foundation continues to do. The O.Tahirah Foundation was the very first nonprofit we ever partnered with, and we've now been honored to do the annual toy drive with you for years, bringing the joys of Christmas to families impacted by domestic violence who are staying in shelters. We are so grateful for everything that you do.
Thank you.
Yeah, so before we get into this year's event, I'd like to start with something personal. This year has been a challenging one for you, especially taking on the role of caretaker for your parents. And I know a little bit about that struggle, and so many people are facing that, sometimes right in the middle of abusive relationships or recovery, and sometimes completely unexpectedly. Did you want to share a little about what this season has been like for you and what some of the struggles have been?
Sure. This season has been very unexpected, but within the unexpectancy, it has proven and shown God's powerful and strategic hand. On August the 29th, my mother fell. We were going out to celebrate my son's 16th birthday, who had a previous birthday on the 21st, and then my dad's birthday was on the 29th. So we were headed out from seeing my father and getting back to our hotel, and she slipped and fell. And I could not understand how and why all of this up and happened. I couldn't understand it. We found out that she had to have emergency surgery. During that time, I still had to give my son's 16th birthday. So my mind trying to balance out exactly what just happened to my mother, going to take care of my son's birthday, and coming back to make sure that she was okay. I was just in total chaos in my head. Mm-hmm. She came through that surgery very well. And also, she's 83. She's 83 with a pacemaker. So God's hand definitely was on her life. But during this process, I've been trying to figure out why, how, why did my life just turn all the way upside down in a matter of seconds? Like what was the reason for it? To add to this story, I had to move less than 30 days because we stay on the 3rd floor. So I had to take an entire home and pretty much pack it up myself. My older son, we were having some challenges at the time, and my younger son, he helped me diligently. However, he goes to online school. So, I didn't really want to take too much of that. So his time and tire him out because online school is very challenging. You got to read it through everything, and it's kind of, laborious for the mental state. So I didn't want to really tax him. So I pretty much, God and we carried that burden, and some days I just didn't feel that I had it, but God sent his angels through the times when I really, really needed it, when I just felt like giving up. And like I said, I have been able to see God's hand all throughout this journey that I've been through. My mom is doing better. She's still not walking just yet. However, she is in a nursing facility and we're waiting on to get her back home. But this has been a very tumultuous time for me and my family. But one of the things that I do want to share is about the blessing that I saw in it. for months, or actually for years, we've been praying for my oldest son. And I was praying for him to have a place on his own. And because it had got pretty heavy, pretty heavy. And I saw how God worked through this fall to allow me to be on a lease by myself, and for him to be able to get his place, and for me to be able to have a place on my own. But here's the miracle. Our apartment complex, they wanted 2.5 times the rent. And I didn't have that. I had been taking care of my mother full time, and I hadn't been to work. And they asked me to submit bank statements. And I'm looking like, God, I don't understand or know how I'm going to do this. And when I submitted it, it was a different number. And I completely got approved from what I submitted. So I don't know if you all have heard that God is in the paperwork, but God will show up in paperwork and do whatever it needs to be done to protect and provide for his children, and also keep his word, because God is a God of faithfulness. So like I said, this year has been very challenging for us, but I have seen God's hand work in a mighty, mighty way. And that was just one of the things, that was like one of the major things, but all through this time. So I encourage anyone that is dealing with a challenge, don't beat the challenge up. Ask God in this moment, what do you want me to see? What do you want me to do in this moment with this challenge? And I understand some challenges are more tragic than we ever want to understand. We had just got finished talking about that. But I want you to know that God is still present.
Yeah.
And he wants your heart. And once you submit your will, your heart, and your mind to him, his word is faithful. He will step in and rescue you. So we have definitely been rescued. We're very grateful for that. We still have some things that we have to, take care of. She has to come back home. She has to get adjusted. I'll be full-time caregiving. So there's still some things that we have to go through. But while we're in this season, we know that God is with us.
Yeah, that's a great testimony.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I was going through a lot too, and I kind of just ended that season probably on Wednesday. And my mom said the same thing, because I started calling my mom and praying with my mom.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, I don't know how you do all, how you go through all this. And she just goes, I said, Mom, why is God not answering me? Like, we just keep praying. And she just said the same exact thing you said. You need to take a look at what he's trying to show you.
Yes.
And then I thought about that, and I'm like, if I don't do that, he'll just do something else until I see what's going on and make sure that other people don't treat me that certain way or do that certain thing to me anymore. And so it is very powerful to do that. I completely agree with that. So have you been able to get any support or resources to help you through the caregiving process? I know organizations like Susan's nonprofit provide support for caretakers, but there might be other options out there too. Anything you found helpful that other listeners might benefit from?
Well, the care facility that my mom is in, both my mom and my dad, I'm a caretaker for both of them. Even though they're in the facility, I still go back almost every day or every other day to take care of them. But the resources they provide have taken care of her up to this point. Now, what I do know and we're waiting on is something called Altex that has an array of benefits for seniors. So we will have an interview coming up soon. So I don't know exactly what those are at this point, but they have some benefits in there for caretakers.
Okay.
And the Susan's nonprofit, have you been able to be a part of that at all?
I haven't yet, but I will.
Yeah, that's a good resource. I know.
Yeah, I
She has a
definitely
heart
will.
for caretakers.
Yeah, Brenda, you gave that to me, and thank you. And I will definitely call.
Yeah, I think how good God is. Of the couple times I called you, we prayed together, and
Yes,
God
and yeah,
answered the prayers every time.
and it was
Yeah.
in one of those moments, I think, or maybe both of those moments where I was just like breaking down.
Mhm.
I was like, God, I need some help. Like, but I'm just gonna fall out over here and don't nobody know.
Yeah, and you
And
you needed someone to
called.
pray with,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
he answered them.
he
Mm.
did. He
Yeah.
did.
We
And
didn't
that was
know how
another
he was going to
incident
answer them.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like that. Somebody called, and my sister, she was like, it's gonna be all right. Your God has you. And she heard the voice of the Holy Spirit. I have her.
Mm.
So I was just like, okay.
Yeah. Sometimes
But
that's
you
what you need to
know,
hear.
one thing I do want to mention is that what I have learned is that God is in the moment. We have all of these grand ideas and fears and things that we deal with day to day, and we're looking like to the future. Maybe the future is tomorrow or the next moment or the next hour. And we're like, what are we going to do? How are we going to do it? I have learned that God is in the moment, and you just have to continue to go through that moment, and He will reveal Himself to you.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
He will, for sure. Absolutely.
We're going to talk a little bit about your emergency transport rescue program. So, you did not have any of this established on the last podcast we did. So, this is all exciting and new for our listeners. This is amazing what's happened and how God has blessed her and her organization. So, now before we jump into the toy drive, we just want to ask you about something huge that you launched last year, your emergency transport rescue program. You were able to get that beautiful Mercedes transport van, and it has opened up an entirely new door for serving survivors. Can you tell us how the program is going, what you've been able to provide with the rescue vehicle, and how this has changed things in the domestic violence field?
Well, our Survivors Emergency Rescue Program is dedicated to helping women or anyone that is dealing with domestic violence live. That's the whole purpose of the program, because the transportation piece helps where we transport the victims to safety. And we have partnered with several organizations to be able to get the victims to a safe haven. Last year, we were donated a portion of the van, and we were able to put a big portion down on the van to be able to obtain it. We partnered with several organizations who helped us get it. And we're just very grateful that we have a vehicle that can go and get a person that is dealing with domestic abuse at their most pivotal time. About 70% of women who try to leave during a very volatile situation of abuse, unfortunately, they perish.
Mm-hmm.
And we want to provide this service and fill that gap for women and really get our name out and our resource and our program out there to more organizations. I know next year, first quarter, we'll be partnering with even more organizations to let them know. And the feedback that I've heard is like, this is phenomenal, because this is something that we don't have. So it's definitely a need. And I'm very grateful to God that He has blessed our organization with it. Years ago, my son gave me the idea of calling it Trans Haven. So a safe haven, but transportation. And I kept that idea, and, I worked toward partnerships and growing the organization, but I never let go of that vision that I wanted. And I said last year, I said, this is going to happen this year. And God aligned it up where we were able to obtain a Mercedes Sprinter van.
Yeah, I was on the road yesterday coming back from Yuma. We went to Yuma to spend it with my stepmom, and I saw a Mercedes, and it made me think of your vehicle. Yeah, because that's
and
such a praise.
within the transportation service, we do also provide emergency shelter, emergency food, and also gift cards. So if it's a family of 2 or more, we provide a $100 gift card. And if there is a single person, we provide a $50 gift card. And that will just help them be able to buy the food that they need before going into the shelters. We also have our monitor or television monitor in the van, where we provide resources right on the screen and be able to you'll see stories of survivors. This whole purpose is just to provide support and resources. So it's not like just an Uber ride or a taxi ride. They have taxis anymore. But anyway, it's a transportation service that, especially with the survivor in mind, it has literature in there, resources, safety tips, and things of that matter that they will be able to feel comfortable and love. And we also even have a place in there for their animals, their little furry babies. If we have a kennel that will be able to transport them to safety. Our goal is to provide hope and give safety to victims of domestic abuse.
That's great. So needed.
Yeah, I remember I dropped off those emergency kits. I don't know when that was, like 6 months ago, 8 months ago.
Yes.
So have you been able to give those out?
Yes, we have been able to get some of them out, and we still have them, of course, but we will be partnering with even more organizations. As this time of the year, I met with organizations regarding our toy drive. And so within that meeting, I was able to, share with them what the organization does. And they were like, okay, what is this? We want to talk to you. We want to learn more about this, because this is something that we could definitely benefit from. So, like I said, in the first quarter of next year, we will be expanding our services and partnering with more organizations here in Arizona.
That's incredible.
Yeah, that's great. So now to talk about the toy drive, which is coming up.
Yay!
Let's dive in. Yeah, our favorite annual tradition, the Christmas toy drive. And this partnership has meant so much to us, and it grows every year. Can you tell us what this year's event is going to look like? How many families or kids are we going to help,
my
and how the drive is expanding?
So this year, every year, I try to strive for more of an impact and bring more hope and joys to families during this time. We started out, I think it was 25 people that we served. 25 people. Last year, we served 300. So we have grown within our time frame. And this year, I says, this is our 9th annual, and I'm going for 500 families.
That's great.
11 houses of families that these are women and children and men that have been affected by abuse and that are living in other shelters. And so we provide continental Christmas breakfast or brunch for them. And also we provide gifts for both mother, children, and the fathers, if fathers have been affected by domestic abuse. And this year it marks 9 years and 500 families. So an additional thing that I've added this year is we want to highlight and sponsor 5 women that have been affected by domestic abuse, but we want to go a step further. We want to show them how much the community cares and loves them during Christmas. So we're going to have 5 women featured at the gift wrapping mixer this year and present them with a Courage of a Lifetime Achievement Award, which symbolizes their courage to leave that situation and move forward and stepping in faith and into a new direction in life. And we want to acknowledge that, because when you take that step out of a relationship, my goodness, you are fearful for everything. Number 1, of what you can and cannot do. Number 2, whatever the person has made you feel and how small they made you feel, you're looking out at this world like, can I do it?
Yeah.
So for a woman or a man to take that step and say, hey, I am leaving, that takes courage. Yeah. And we want to acknowledge that courage this year and going for many years to come, because this is going to be a staple, a part of the toy drive gift wrapping mixer.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's great.
Thank you. So our gift wrapping mixer comprises of all of the gifts that have been donated. We have had our partners hanging on to hope, donating for years, helping to bring the joys of Christmas to families. But on that day, that gift wrapping mixer, we have all of our gifts that we have been donated, purchased, and we wrap them. We have a team of volunteers and staff that come in and wrap all of the gifts and prepare them for the families on Christmas Day. And since we have grown throughout the month of December.
Yeah. And it's exciting, Karen. And I just feel that happiness, because going on Christmas Day and every, 3 years now, taking the gifts and seeing the difference that it makes.
Yeah. Because last year when the elves were there.
Yeah.
Because the moms were dancing and the kids were so enthralled with them. It was really precious to see.
And we're going to try to have the elves at the mixer as well.
Oh, fun. Good.
Yeah, because
they're like magical.
Yeah, they are. They're so magical. And I want to be able to have the elves give the gifts to the family. So
yeah.
I'm working on some things, but we're getting close to it. We're definitely getting close to it.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. And I think a lot of people, they give to a nonprofit or they debate whether to give to it or not. But when you actually go volunteer or go help, and you can see just what impact that nonprofit's making.
Yes.
To know that if they're doing something or not.
Yeah, that's the gift itself, even for us. I'd rather do that than get a present. It's so, it is.
And I've taught my kids that too. Way before the organization was in existence, we would get up on Christmas Day to go feed the unhoused. We would go, it was like, hey, we have to serve first. We have to get back. Yeah. We're not going to just sit up here and open our gifts and act like as if we okay. No, we're going to go serve. So I brought that mindset over into the toy drive.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. So for our listeners who are hearing this and thinking, how can I be part of this? What are some of the ways they can get involved with this year's toy drive? What types of donations are needed?
We need women's clothing. And if you're listening to this abroad, donations, monetary donations to help provide the food for the women and the families that we will be serving on Christmas Day and throughout Christmas. There will be a link attached to this podcast. And if you are in the Arizona area, we need women's gifts. We need gifts for the children and the fathers. And we also just need your support. If you're here in Arizona, we would love for you to come out to volunteer at the gift wrapping mixer and also to bring the gifts to the homes that we have this year. So any support that you can give, we are definitely appreciative. But who's appreciative of the most are the women that we serve, the families that we serve. Every time that we give, they don't know that we're coming. They don't know that we exist. But on that Christmas Day or during that Christmas month of December, we bring the gifts and the food to the families, and they are absolutely in awe.
Yeah.
So every year we get a chance to see how really this takes an effect on the people, and being able to see and feel that someone cares for you after you have gotten out such a horrendous situation, it really means a lot.
Yeah, it's just putting yourself in someone's shoes. Like, I mean, everyone can have it hard with, family members that they've lost. Christmas is hard for a lot of people.
Yes.
But if you think about being in a shelter on Christmas Day, especially with kids, it really makes you want to give back and do what you can. And for those who may not be able to give financially, what are some other meaningful ways that they can support your foundation, like spreading awareness, sharing on social media, partnering with businesses, things like that?
Partnering with businesses. If you hear of the O.Tahirah Foundation and see our link and have this podcast, share the link with someone. If you're not able to give, share the link with someone that you know that who can give.
Yeah.
And you can come out to volunteer at the event, at the toy drive, and also throughout the year. We have opportunities to volunteer.
Yeah. And it's fun. Our little gift wrapping thing. It's fun.
Yeah, definitely. Well, we just want to thank you so much for letting us be part of it, because Karen and I are, I know I'm not, I don't know if she is, but I'm not able to do all the organization and making the event so beautiful like you.
Me neither.
I'm really good at running around and doing things behind the scenes. And so it just works.
Yeah.
It just works. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
I'm
Partnering
so
all together.
grateful to hanging on to hope, because I remember it was it 21?
Yeah, I think 21.
Called me and you says, hey, because I didn't know at that time. I was like, God, where are we going to get these gifts from? And you called and you said, I have a pallet of gifts. And I says, glory be to God.
That was a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. So, this partnership, I am truly, truly grateful for. I'm grateful for your leadership in our community, your kingdom worship, and just a heart to love God and show others what it really means to be an overcomer, not a survivor, but an overcomer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Karen, you didn't beat us to the punch. You beat us to the punch.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm so proud and happy for you. That is an amazing feeling.
Yeah, thank you.
When you find that one that God has for you, and you have to look over your shoulder or feel that tightness in your chest, you just like, this is my person. So congratulations.
Thank you. And I was recently reminded of just the contrast. I won't go into detail, but it's like, I am very thankful because he's such a good-hearted person. Yeah. He cries at movies, it's just like, and he's embarrassed sometimes. And I'm like, you do not have to be embarrassed. Like, I find that very attractive.
Yeah. And it goes back to that saying that God has somebody for everybody.
Yeah.
And if we just let go, be still, and know who he is,
right,
he will find it and take care of it. And
it's like that verse that says he wants, he gives us so much more than we even can imagine. And it's hard for us to believe that, but whatever the desire of your heart is, God knows that. And he truly does want to give you the desire of your heart.
Yeah. And God becoming number one for desiring a human being.
Yeah.
That's important for me.
Oh, it is for me too. I mean,
God first, everything. He is the foundation. He's everything.
Mm-hmm.
And if that person is not aligned in that, then
Yeah.
Well, I also love how you've been able to bridge the gap where, the transportation vehicle, and with us, like it's all these little things. It's like I get items, and the gaps that we've been able to fill this year for the little things that the other nonprofits haven't been able to do. It's been such a blessing to those people that were trying to help get out of these situations. It's the
Yes.
small little things. So it is really wonderful how we're able to bridge the gap between the two of us. And so that leads up to this next question. So you've been doing incredible work in prevention awareness and survivor empowerment through your foundation. Are there any new programs or goals on the horizon, like the future shelter you're hoping to build? And would you like to share with our listeners?
Yes, next year we want to embark on furthering or implementing the O.Tahirah Foundation's House of Hope. And so basically what that is a program for families to come through and begin that process of healing and being able to be in an environment where they are able to heal, recover, and go out into the world with confidence. And we're looking to work with some partners, some donors to get this started. This has been on my heart for a very long time here in Arizona. And I know that Hanging On to Hope has the same experience. We don't have enough shelters to place the families in. They're always filled to capacity. I've heard some sad stories, just put it that way. And so we want to create this space for the families to be able to know how we were able to overcome. I am not a faith-based organization, but I am a child of the King, and I will create that environment for them and share our testimonies to let them know we didn't just get here by happenstance, by luck. We've got here by the grace of God, and we got here with steps and being able to look at ourselves and to say, where do we need to make a change so we're not attracting that individual again in someone else? So these are the type of courses some of the women will be able to take through the lab. It's the Life After Brokenness Academy. So that's a coaching program that I have for the families there. But all of these things we want to work on next year and implementing them into the House of Hope.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know, like it seems like funding is not as easy with some of those shelters. So there is, the need's growing even more.
It is, but God always provides. That's
He sees
it.
the need.
He sits the need, he gives the assignment, and he always provides, but it has to be at the right timing.
That's exactly I was going to say. It has to be the right timing, but you said it.
The right timing.
Definitely has to be the right timing, because there's been many times over the years where we tried to go ahead of God and he stopped us. Yeah.
And this year we put together, I think it's $1.5 million budget to go over for the House of Hope. So the budget part is done.
Yeah.
Just have to go to the investors.
That's great.
Wow.
What is one message of hope or encouragement you want to leave with families going through domestic violence this holiday season?
You don't have to stay. You simply do not have to stay. I don't care what your partner, your husband, boyfriend, whatever it is, you do not have to stay. There is a lot of support, a lot of help out here that you can receive. And the second thing is that you deserve better. You deserve better.
Yeah.
And to think and to accept a way of life of abuse goes against everything that God has created inside of you. God has given us all gifts, talents of some sort. And if you continue to stay in a very hostile and volatile situation, that gift, that person inside you cannot grow. So taking the first step to say, I need help, is so important. Even if you don't know anyone, just fall on your knees and tell the Father that you need help. Start there. And he will, remember what I said in the moment before, talking about God answers prayers in the moment, he will provide a person or a way out for you to get it. You do not have to stay. And that person that you always dreamed of becoming, you can have the life that God has given to you if you just say that you need help. And if you have the courage to walk away. Now you must walk away with wisdom. Because as I also said earlier, 70% of women, they lose their life when they try to walk away.
Mm-hmm.
So use wisdom, use caution, because if you are experiencing domestic abuse right now, as we are having this podcast, you know your abuser better than anybody else. Use caution, walk silently, and get the help that you need to get out safely.
Yes. Yeah. Emphasizing the safely part for sure.
Safely.
Yeah.
Yes, safely. Then don't, a lot of times we get like want to say the last word. I know that was something that I struggled with. I want to get the last word and I'm what I'm doing. Walk in silence.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't let the left hand know what the right hand is doing. Get your family and get to safety.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he'll provide that.
And we do have 5 safety planning podcasts, whether you're a family member helping, how to have safe technology, the whole safety planning podcast, and on orders of protection and how family members do what they should and shouldn't do. So yeah, if you want to listen to those, we put all the warning labels at the beginning and make sure you're safe. So
yeah,
but
very important.
And pay attention to the warning signs first. Pay attention how he treats you and how it makes you feel inside.
Yeah.
And you don't have to stay.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you so much, Tahirah, for being here with us today. And thank you for the life-changing work you continue to do through the O.Tahirah Foundation.
Yes, we thank you so much, Tahirah, and we love partnering with you. And I can't wait for this year's toy drive.
Absolutely.
If you want us to put that link on there, I'll just
I'll send you the link.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks for being on the podcast.
Yes.
Absolutely. It's been an honor to share, to serve today. And thank you so much, Hanging On to Hope, for everything that you do.
Oh, you're welcome. Thanks for you for what you do.
Thank you.
Thanks for tuning in to Hanging On to Hope. Check out our website, hangingontohope.org. There are resources on there, and if you would like to donate or volunteer, you can do that through our website. We are a brand new nonprofit, so we appreciate any and all support. And we thank you for listening, and until next time, keep hanging on to hope. We are evidence that there is hope and healing for you, and our passion is to help you find it too. So thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for listening, everyone.